got a bath. Feel me? Shoulder in water. Shoulder's more important. Water's still important, but more important, shoulder. Was gonna use lighter, score the matches. You know, you get a little compliment. You got a good conversation. Now you feel like chatting. That's temporary. It's nice that the bag is full, but it's like, yo, where's? Nah, it's fun. I'd rather look through tobacco than be looking through trying to find other stuff. In my lap. Bro, emotions are weird. It's like how you can go from feeling one thing to the next thing, just even from day to day. Gotta have a bath. Best thing since sliced bread, mini soda. Let's get a 6-pack of mini sodas. I got peach cobbler, pina colada, and buttery vanilla. I'm happy. The thing is, why are you talking and watching a bum? let's start there. If you want to say something, do anything. Appreciate you. Comfy vibes only. Comfy vibes only. All right, everybody tapping in. De dove say? Had to say it in Italian. De dove say? Where you from? No. It needs to get put to use. And I don't have enough cigar pipes. I have 5 cigar pipes and I don't use them enough. But apparently everybody like, you use too much. I messed up. You can't say on the channel, yo sono. You have to, if you want to say something, you might have to say that shit in Italian or something. But if you put the word from, your message won't pop up. So just say, like this person did, Oklahoma, Midwest. Just say, you just gotta put your state. Just put your state or country in there. The word from is blocked on the channel. If you type the word from in your message, it won't pop up. Oklahoma City Thunder. What's the capital of Oklahoma? Oklahoma City. What's the capital of Florida? Tallahassee. South Los Angeles, Mexican. Currently living in the UK. Hey. United Kingdom, Great Britain, or England. I'd be like, how do you know when to call it what? When do you call it United Kingdom? Or what was the United Kingdom? Great Britain, and then England. What's what? What's the difference? I think it's a time frame. I met some people from there and they tried to explain it to me. Like the USSR is not the same thing. The Soviet Union, Russia. Heisenberg, what the heck is that? I hear Heisenberg, I think of, and I may be wrong, the Heisenberg principle, which I think, I could be wrong again, has something to do with electrons and the position of electron as it's moving around a atom. Bless, bless, bless. Bless, bless, bless the people. I might have to get on my Duolingo shit. Me versus a polar bear? If it's me versus a polar bear, check on the polar bear. If I look like this, check on that polar bear. He ain't gonna look. The wind is taken away. Hold on. Let's get the aesthetics. There. I know I met some people who were from Privet. What does Privet mean? That's what I know. For some reason, I was able to, you know how when you learning something in school, or just like different classes, like you'll be in certain classes, you're like, yo, I learned this easy. It just come to me. And then we learn certain things like, for some reason. Nah, man, this is just, I had a conversation today. This vlogging is is it. This the vlogging, bro. I'll say it's easy for me. I'm not gonna. You know, I say it's like you're like to be naturally gifted at something. I'll say the vlogging is easy. I'm not sure if I was naturally gifted at it, but it's cool. It is easy. I think so. Everybody doesn't think certain things are easy. So let's see. If I was going to do a segment on vlogging, tips, advice on how to vlog, get started. I think I've already done this before. Best advice I heard, you start by starting. Just go ahead and hit record. And I think the other part of it was, well, so this is why, like, my channel, the reason I was on, I had even started, like, originally, like, my oldest videos are teaching videos. It was to do a flipped classroom. So originally, I would have my students come to the channel just to watch the math videos. And the reason I say that is because when I actually wanted to start live streaming, I already had subscribers. And I think you have to have 50 subscribers to start live streaming. I'm not gonna lie. You are just not in a mental space to understand what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna dumb down my conversation so that you can understand. You're gonna have to elevate your thinking or expand your mind. And if you're not able to receive, then so that's the thing. When you go to start a channel, I think you have to have at least 50 subscribers before you can start vlogging and live streaming. But I didn't necessarily go through that. Or starting something from grassroots, but in a sense, yes and no. But by the time I actually wanted to start taking it serious, I already had subscribers, so I could just start streaming. If you're the only one watching, then either enjoy the content and what the fuck you're watching, ask questions, be engaging, or fucking go watch something else. It's not that fucking hard. Like, that's anything. Like, this is just so happens to be a live stream. But how many people do you think are watching a particular video on YouTube at any given time? You could be any random video, you could be the only person watching that video at a particular time. I think that's something that, people, whatchamacallit, as far as like getting started, because, I always go back to that one video of the one dude, him streaming and stuff like that, and his sister walks in and was like, you don't need to be getting this hype and this excited. You ain't even got 10K and this and the third, boom, boom, boom. Like,
And it was so not disparaging, but to see that, and it's like, if this is something that he's passionate about and pursuing, he's going to be at 10K someday at some point. And what could you do instead of downplaying it or making him feel bad about what he's enjoying doing? You could partake and help. You could help him create content, and then so the story's different. By the time he gets to 10K subscribe, like what? Just hilarious. Just hilarious was just on Shannon Sharp's podcast, and she said, "Bro, I ain't never did no stand up, and I don't know how to do stand up there." She had to open up for Martin Lawrence, of all people. She had to open up for Martin Lawrence, and she had only done the stand up twice. So what did she do? She tells her friend who does stand up, and the judgment. We'll get into that. So she tells her friend, like, yo, I don't know, help me out, this and that, boom, boom. And so her friend helped her, right? On coming up, her friend helped her at this critical moment. And so every time she goes on tour and she has shows, who's there with her? You know what I'm saying? And that's the way that I don't know who that guy was, but that's what his sister could have did. His sister could have just, she could have been on the live stream. She could just pop in sometimes. And, you know, that's why I'm trying to tell people, like, certain stuff like that can be cool. Like, so, yeah, he working on his content as in the third. And so they're like, when you do get up to a certain point, they're like, yo, where your sister at? Your sister coming through? No, but you don't want people coming at your sister like, yo, where your sister at, yo? I'm trying to see your sister walk through. But still, like, she could have been like, but now when he gets to the 10K, the 20K, and the million, now he's like, nah, don't come in here. Nah, remember when you was, nah, don't come in here. You can't. And then with judging, I think they have, I'm not sure if there's a parable about this, but there's a story about the judgment. And it didn't matter what the person did, somebody was always going to say something. And I think that I think it was something about, I'm going to just say a horse. It's a man, a horse, and a woman. It's a man, a horse, and a woman. And so the man's riding the horse. And it was like, you got the lady right here. Why don't you let the lady ride the horse? And then it's the lady, she's riding the horse. She's like, all right, next time it's the lady riding the horse. And then it gets to a point where neither one of them are riding the horse. And it didn't matter what happened, somebody's always gonna say something. It does not matter. And so the one thing that people teach you that you gotta try to learn in life is like, all right, well, fuck it. If people are gonna talk about you either way, you might as well do it how you want to do it and go about it that way. They're gonna talk about you either way. They're gonna judge you, they're gonna say something. For the wind blow too hard, people gonna be throw up in arms. It does not matter. Judging is what people should not do, but yet they do every day, constantly. Judging, and so that's why I didn't like. It's still judging if you say you got a nice shirt on. That's judging. A compliment is judgmental. A compliment is judgmental. But because it's deemed positive, that'll be all right. But then there's other things that people just be saying other shit that's, it's all. So how do you overcome? Because I told Shorty the other day, I forget what she was scared to do. She was scared to do. It was a lot of things. Like the list kept, like, oh, I'm scared to do this, I'm scared to do that. And then I was like, well, damn, you scared to live and you scared to die. So which one you gonna do? Yeah. Living your whole life scared to do this, to do that, to do this, to do that. Whole life just scared. And then you die. Son. Make it make sense. You gonna be at the grave like, damn, I lived my whole life scared. That's something to say. I lived my whole life scared. And then you gotta sit down. And you gotta think, outside of what they say, right? Outside of what they say, what is it that you feel and what you think? What is it that you feel and what you think? Because that's what you gotta wrestle with. Because that person ain't gonna be there no more. How do you feel? What do you think? And take it a step further to think about the other side. Like, okay, if I do X, Y, and Z, how am I going to feel? So I play with it though. I've tried it out. I've left cigars and tobacco alone. I've stopped streaming. I've stopped. And I noticed how I felt. And you gotta just want to do it just because. You gotta want to do it just because. No reason, just because. I might start asking people that to make the question a little bit easier. What would you do just because? Every day, just because. If I don't want to. And that's why Drewski is smart. Because he understood, like, this is my bread and butter. This is what made me whatever. And so just today, what do you see Drewski do? He still do skits. Just because. Now skits, they're not hard to do. Well, I think there's different types. Like you can do a skit and be the only one in the skit, and you can just be yourself and just play different versions. I don't know. I don't really do skits. The only thing that's coming to mind for me doing a skit was that motherfucking shit from the what's that thing called? Me trying to tell you like what's in the classroom. the different versions of people, the different versions of students that's in the classroom. Me describing that was me doing a skit. If I want to classify it as that. The only thing I don't like, sometimes the wig thing, bro, that used to, like, when they try to do a skit and they put a wig on, that used to be like, why you didn't have to put a wig on. I understand you're trying to, but you don't have to put a wig on. And if you was having a podcast, right, who would you want your first celebrity to be? Like, the one shorty, she had Drake. This day and age, I don't know if Drake, because you know the way Drake used to rap, I listened to some shit the other day. He talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, having this shit like so, man, I got this, like having a whole bunch of shit lined up. But would you put Drake on your podcast? We don't see Drake doing too many podcasts anyway. I would ask Drake, why did you paint your fingernails? Why'd you post this picture? Like, I would ask questions about the questionable shit. What else? Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is dope. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne on the podcast. Just to go through some music, drop some bars. You know what I'm saying? Then Wayne would be valid. Wayne would be a valid guest. I would do an interview with Beyonce. Mariah Carey, J-Lo. But I would not groups, but kind of sort of like groups. To get like Mariah Carey, Beyonce, and oh nah, you know who couldn't? I let her have her own segment. I'm like, cause I don't know if they really got beef, Beyonce and Carrie Hilson, but I would like to have Carrie Hilson on the podcast. I would like to have Carrie Hilson. I just want to sit down and talk. Carrie Hilson, Beyonce would be dope. Kanye. Now, Kanye, I think, has a lot of good information, knowledge. He be dropping gems and jewels and shit. But somebody left a comment just today. It was like, yo, it's been 2 months. I ain't got my whatchamacallit. I would see, but I would say, hey, bro, I really come out there like on some. Bro, I'm like, yo, it's coming across as if these are pre-orders. Like, what the hell is really happening? Because my thing about people, I think I said this earlier, but people wouldn't be mad if it was a pre-order, if it was advertised that way. What makes people mad is the fact that that's like the website, and you guarantee that the shoes and clothes and all that stuff was gonna be shipped out in 5 business days. People was gonna have their stuff within 2 weeks. It's been 2 months. So I would tell Kanye, stop the cap. Now we're gonna puff some pina colada. We don't have a lot of pina colada, which is why I haven't been puffing no pina colada. But we're gonna puff some pina colada. I ain't really puffing my pina colada cigar pipe in a little minute. I love staring at my bitch. She gorgeous. All right, we're going to the pina colada. Shorty said oh, I forgot the word already. Patina. The patina on this cigar pipe looks amazing. The patina. This is important. It's sacred. Shh. Pina colada. Cigar pipe ASMR. No, I didn't puff the pina colada on the beach. I don't know if it's a cigar pipe or what. Oh, shit. I think I accidentally wrote on it. All right, I don't like to say favorites. I don't like to say favorites. My corn cob. Oh, this cigar pipe I got. Italy pipe was dope. The Dracula pipe. I fuck with the Dracula pipe because it's lightweight. But the aesthetics, this shit used to be light skin. I had to slow down a bit because we ain't had no pina colada. Still gotta take our time because we don't have a lot of pina colada. I'm gonna draw something. I thought it was nice that I drew. That was the last thing I saw yesterday. Donuts, breakfast, pizza, subs, ice cream. I'll write a poem. We're gonna do Duolingo. What did you learn today? They say you learn something new every day. What did we learn today? I ain't learned nothing. I gotta get on Duolingo. I gotta learn something today. I gotta get on my motherfucking Duolingo. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Pew, 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 pew. I just thought about having a guitar and do a cover. Just, he just gave First Take 2 weeks worth of material. So LeBron talked about Stephen A. Okay, we do this right here. So LeBron addressed Stephen A. and this is what he had to say.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now. Oh, yeah. It started off with, I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the need to address it. Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait till the video had dropped so you could address it, it's your ass. Like, seriously, he completely, like, missed the whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. He's like on a tape.
Look here, I got that first part. Babe. Now she just, I don't know. No, whipped cream, baby, go the double bandana. My 12 Cigar Vixen video didn't inspire me to make a mix or update the playlist. Yeah. Time to do, oh, hold up. Address Stephen A. And this is what he had to say.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now. Oh yeah, it started off with, I didn't want to.
Well, I don't know why he says Taylor Swift run though. Huh.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run.
I
He's
don't.
like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now. Oh yeah, it started off with, I didn't want to. He's like on a. Oh yeah, it started. He's like on a Taylor.
I'm sorry, I just don't understand the Taylor Swift reference. I don't understand the Taylor Swift reference.
I don't understand the Taylor Swift reference.
And my whatchamacallit, bruh. I don't know why. And it's just that shit's at the.
It started off with, He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right
I don't know what. Oh, this one. I'm not even. I thought it was. See, I was about to blame this phone, but it wasn't even on this phone.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
I don't understand the Taylor Swift reference.
I don't understand the Taylor Swift reference. He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now. Oh yeah.
I don't even know why it didn't give me the. Bro, I don't know what the hell wrong with this shit. It didn't even use the words.
I don't understand the Taylor Swift reference.
Yeah, I can't even go to the comments. The comments just kept talking about what you meant. Lil Baby rapping like the rent was due. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The baby. I said his last championship was my turn. It's called Today. It's right here, and they just. No.
Somebody said they should do a joint mixtape and call it Baby Talk. He already has Baby Talk. Boss Babies. Daycare. The playground. Playground on Pampers. He said soon baby said baby. He said skip the 135, you're welcome. For some reason you can't remix it, you can't use it. Baby Talk. Wow. This one you can remix. Baby Talk 5. But yeah, the remix don't. All right. It's time for Duolingo. Let's do it. How do you do it? This needs a rest.